Everyone welcome 27-year-old Sammy to the show. Now, so Sammy's 27 and backstage is her 52-year-old husband, Lenny. You see, 3 years ago, Sammy and Lenny had a problem and they briefly broke up. And Sammy admits she had a one-night stand with a then 18-year-old guy named Fred. Now, soon after that, Sammy, of course, finds out she's pregnant with her son, Royalty. Although Sammy and Lenny are still together, husband and wife, Sammy wants to prove to Fred that he is Royalty's father. So listen to how Fred feels about these accusations.
I met Sammy in the aisle of a dollar store. I should have known what type of girl she was. A cheap liar. She lied to me about being married, and she lied to me about already being pregnant. Then she randomly hits me up saying she has a baby by me. That kid was already 8 months old. I blacked out. Who does that to someone? The first time I saw her son, he didn't look anything like me. So I did an at-home DNA test, and guess what? The percentage was a big, fat 0. Sammy thinks I altered the test, but I did it right in front of her. Her husband, Lenny, is the real father of that kid. The only reason she's saying it's me is because she's in love with me. But guess what? Sammy, your son is not my baby.
What about what he just said? Boy, did that anger you.
Number one, he comes to see my son.
Fred.
Yes, he does. When my husband is at work, he comes to see Royalty. Yes, he does. My son knows that that's his father. My son is starting to question, where's Fred? Where's my dad?
But here's the thing. Fred didn't even know there was a possible father until your son was 8 months old.
I had to track down Frederick after I had my son because at 5 months old, my son started changing to a mulatto color. My son was seen by a specialist because his scrotum is a browner color. And that's when I found out he was the father of my son. And he knows he is. And he's lying about it,
I'm not the father of that son.
Be a
You're
man.
a liar. I'm not the
Sammy,
father of the son.
Let's
You're a
get
liar.
this straight.
Be a man.
Until that time, you thought there was a possibility that your husband Lenny could be the father, right?
Yes, my husband and my son Royalty have a very strong bond.
Lenny wants to be the father.
He's in love with my son.
Right.
Really is. They don't resemble each other, like here. I think their eyebrows, their eyes, their nose, their mouth, their hair. I don't see that here. I don't see this here. This here.
So Sammy, Lenny has been there every single day, every single night for your son, right?
Yes, since the day my son was born. That man right there stood up as the father of my son.
But you say Fred has seen your son, right?
Yes.
Do you know what Fred says? Fred says you're pinning this kid on him.
No.
Because you want to be with Fred.
No, I don't. I'm married. I don't need you. You ain't no man.
Don't lie. You're infatuated by me. You're infatuated
You
by me.
freaking
You don't
man.
want to be with me.
Meanwhile, you know what Fred said? Fred said that he took a DNA home paternity test with you and your son, and the test showed he was
wasn't
not
the father.
Right.
And I wasn't having it, Maury. My son just doesn't happily look like somebody and not be his child. Come on, man. I was not having that. They have the same eyebrows, same eyes, nose, hair, and ears, and hands and feet. The same facial features.
But wait a minute, Sammy. What happened to the test? The test said he wasn't the father.
He did not do that DNA test right.
Oh, I see.
He did not do it right.
Oh, he didn't swab everybody?
No, he did not swab me at all. And he did not swab my son's inner gums. He was swabbing my son's teeth. You do not swab a child's teeth for a DNA test. You don't. And Maury, when he was doing a DNA test, my twin brother was there. And my twin brother heard Frederick say, I don't need this DNA test. I know you're my son. And he kissed my son in my house. Yeah. it did.
So, Sammy, what it says is the only real test is the Maury DNA test.
That's right, Maury. That's right.
We're going to meet your husband, Lenny, in a moment. But first, here's the guy you say is the father of your son. Here's Fred. Fred, come on out.
Nose, lips, mouth, hairs, everything.
That's not my son.
Be a man.
No, I am a man.
Why aren't you the father?
I found out he was my son 8 months
After he was born.
after he was born. And then
I had to track you down and tell you. I shouldn't have to do that if you were a supposable man. Be one. You know you that little boy's dad. Be a dad.
No, I'm not his dad. Lenny's
Yes,
his dad.
you are. You
He's
will find
confused
out
as to his dad.
today.
He's confused to his dad because you don't know who the father is.
Tell me about this home DNA test you took.
All right, well, I swabbed myself and I swabbed Royalty right in front of Sam, and she feels like she had to get swabbed as well. You don't need 3 people to have a DNA test.
She thinks you faked the
Yeah,
test.
she thinks I faked it or...
He took the DNA test with him. How do I know he didn't tamper with it?
I am not tamper with that DNA test.
Okay.
I want to find out he's my son as much as you do. I paid $134 for that DNA test. Why am I going to tamper with it?
Okay.
Why am I going to tamper with that DNA test?
Okay. Be a man.
Fred, you say that you didn't even know Sammy was married when you saw her.
I didn't. She told me she was divorced.
I was never married when
She told
I
me
met
she was divorced,
Frederick.
Maury.
I was never married.
I feel like she was trying to trap me, Maury.
No.
Because she was...
No.
I'm the
No,
best
I
looking man
wasn't.
she's been with.
You're the what?
The best looking man she's been with.
I don't think
She's trying
so.
to trap me,
Do
Maury.
you know her husband?
You know what I mean? We don't get along, but I know him.
So it's time to meet Lenny and hear his side of the story. Here's Lenny. Here you are. You're a loving husband. You're a loving father. And yet she says Fred's the father of this child.
Yeah, that's what I was told too.
Do you think you're the father of that child?
No, you know what? Not really. If it is your kid, I'll tell you what. I've been with her from the day one he was born, right? I love the kid loves me. I'll buy that kid anything in the world, no matter what. The test came back and said I wasn't his dad. I'll take it, baby.
Did you feel that you had to forgive Sammy for what she did or not?
Like I said, kids come in the world, they don't ask to be brought in the world. Take responsibility, right? You? Man to man, if you are the father, step up, take responsibility for your kid. Right?
In the case of 2-year-old Royalty, Fred, you are not the father.
Let's go! Come on, man! Let's go! Who's the father of that child? Is Lenny the father of that child, or is it someone else? Or is it someone else? Come on. Come on. Come on.
Sammy, you look shocked.
Yes.
And I did that DNA test wrong. Okay. Okay.
In the case of 2-year-old Royalty, Lenny, you are the father.
Where's the baby?
Nice to meet you.
Where's the baby now?
You had it all wrong.
Yeah.
You were sure he wasn't the father.
Yeah.
Now what are you gonna do?
We're gonna go home and love our son.
You are not the father.